This is the story about how one of the greatest real-life science fiction fantasy worlds in history never got finished. It's currently a little-known ghost town, and I guess it's about you and me and the things we start but never finish. Our story starts in Beirut at this huge roundabout called Daura, which is also a huge bus stop. You can go almost anywhere in Lebanon from here. In this case, I'm going to Tripoli to visit the space-age abandoned fairgrounds. As I ride on this bus from Beirut to Tripoli, I think about the things I never finished. The habits like working out, learning Hindi, learning piano. I arrive in Tripoli and I get distracted. This city is vibrant, and I love the angles and wide boulevards like Paris. They used to call Beirut the Paris of the Middle East, but I don't know. Feels like that honor should go to Tripoli. Well, in that one regard. Maybe that's like saying that Bauru, Brazil is the Paris of Brazil because it has one tiny Eiffel Tower. But I digress. So, the fairgrounds. Right, the fairgrounds. The fairgrounds were designed by Oscar Neimeyer. It was a big deal. Neimeyer was a big deal. He designed much of Brazil's capital, Brasilia, as well as iconic structures all over Brazil and the world.
Can you feel that you are inside or outside?
It's both, right?
The architecture is made in a way that you feel like it's an open space, yet you are inside.
Get up, stay up, get up, stay up, get up, get up, stay up, get up, stay up. Get up, stay up, get up, stay up.
Okay, so this is the experimental theater. Basically, Oscar Neimeyer talked about that his architecture is about stimulating an emotion. So it's not only about looking at the physical aspect of them, but then to feel something with the space. So let's do that. It seems if you whisper something here at this corner and somebody's standing there, he could hear it to the other side. Assalamu alaikum.
Construction for this futuristic fairgrounds lasted 10 years. And it was meant to accommodate 2 million people a year. And then, before it was finished, the war.
So, to this side, there used to be the Syrian army, and they used to park all their tanks and trucks, and all the arms were here, so it was a perfect parking for them.
15 years of murdered family members, homes bombed, and sniper fights in residential neighborhoods. And so construction stopped. The Syrian army occupied this fantasy world, using it for a military base. And then after some years they left. And all that remains is a surreal, unfinished project. Maybe never to be finished.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Eric.
What's your name?
Ah, that's good English. Maybe just the occasional kid will climb on top of the dome. A jogger or a dog walker comes out in the morning.
Hi, they're so cute!
They don't belong to anyone, right?
No, they're stray dogs. They're so cute!
I think we have 2 dogs now.
All the kids of Tripoli would actually jump off the fence and they would play around with skates, bicycles. Sometimes when the soldier sees the children, he would like, okay, I'll let them. Sometimes not, you know?
Of course, this project is unfinished for understandable reasons. But it reminds me of things I didn't finish that I could help. It's like a giant physical symbol for the smaller unfinished things in my life. Even this video, I shot it 2 years ago and I didn't know what to do with all this footage. So it's been sitting on my hard drive for 2 years.
So should I begin?
Yeah, you can just...
So this is called the director's house. It's for the director of the fair, but it resembles to the Canoa house, which is the house of Oscar Neimeyer in Rio de Janeiro. You have the freeform roof, which is a lot like the Canoa house in Rio, and you have a swimming pool.
If you compare images of the Canoa house to the director's house in Tripoli, you start to understand what an alternate universe might look like. This is the version that got finished. This one didn't. But you know what? I don't have to finish anything. I have the right, nay, the obligation, to stop anything anytime I want. Life is too short. You need to be willing to stop something if it is for the right reason. It takes courage to quit. Sometimes it is cowardly to keep working on something because you don't want to look like a failure to other people. But some things you should finish, like this video. It deserves to get finished because I want you, dear viewer, to see these images of Oscar Niemeyer's unfinished masterwork. And because the lovely city of Tripoli deserves all the screen time I can give it. What a beautiful city. And what great people.